I've cooked onions for years, but one day I discovered a simple trick that turns them into a crispy flour. My family couldn't believe it when they saw this on the table. Have you ever tried something like this at home? Now I take 2 onions and carefully cut them, leaving the base untouched. This little detail helps the onion open up like a flower while cooking. It looks unusual already, doesn't it? Tell me, from which country are you watching today? The onions need to sit in boiling water for a short time, but no more than 30 seconds. This way they won't cook, yet the bitterness disappears, and the onion becomes soft and easy to handle. Then I move them straight into cold water to stop the heat. Now I take a bowl to coat the onion with corn flour, both inside and outside. I do this gently so every petal is covered. This simple step helps the coating stick better and gives the onion a nice crispy texture later. Here's another important moment you should watch carefully. I trim the root just a little so I don't damage the connection that holds all the petals together. If you cut too deep, the onion can fall apart, and we don't want that. Look at this. It really started to look like a lotus, or at least a beautiful flower. Now I carefully trim the top so the petals stay even and neat. I already like how it turned out. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments. I keep coating the first onion, making sure every petal is covered nicely. Then I place it on a plate and just look at it. It already looks so beautiful you could almost eat it right away. Now I take the second onion out of the cold water and give it a moment to drain. This step is very important because if there is too much water, the corn flour will turn into a paste instead of a light coating. We want gentle grains sticking to the onion, not a heavy layer. Tell me, does it already look like something you would proudly serve to your guests? And if you don't have a whisk or a mixer at home, let me show you a simple little life hack. We still need to beat 3 eggs for our dish, and all we need is an ordinary jar with a lid. As you may have noticed, I already used this lid earlier in the recipe, so it becomes a very handy kitchen helper. You can even add all your spices right into the jar. This way, everything mixes faster, and you don't need extra dishes to wash later. I like simple kitchen tricks that save time and keep the process clean and easy. Today, I'm adding sea salt and a mix of different peppers for a richer flavor. You can adjust the spices to your own taste. Maybe add a little garlic powder or dried herbs if you enjoy a stronger aroma. The beauty of this recipe is that it is very flexible and always turns out delicious. Just be careful so the jar doesn't slip out of your hands. I always make sure my hands are dry before I start shaking or pouring anything. It's a small detail, but it helps you stay safe and keeps your kitchen clean and stress-free. Now I just close the lid tightly and give the jar a good shake. It takes only a few seconds, but the eggs become nicely mixed and fluffy. Just make sure the lid is closed well so nothing spills on your table. And there you have it, a smooth, well-blended mixture of eggs and spices, ready for the next step. Stay with me because the most delicious part is coming soon. Now I slowly pour the egg mixture over the onion flour, making sure it reaches every petal. I take my time here because this step helps the coating stick evenly and gives the onion a rich flavor. Then I gently press and soak the petals so the eggs and spices go deep inside. You can already see how the flour becomes glossy and full of color. This is the moment when the dish truly starts to come alive in the kitchen. And now I dip the last onion carefully into the egg mixture, making sure every petal is nicely coated. I press it gently so the eggs soak in well and prepare the onion for the next step. Step by step, the flour becomes richer and more flavorful. While I finish this part, tell me in the comments, from which country are you watching this video? And do people in your country cook dishes like this at home? Now we will need a piece of cheese with nice holes inside because it melts beautifully and adds a rich, creamy taste to the dish. I cut a small portion and start grating it. But take a look at this grater. This is not an ordinary one. It creates wide and thin rectangular slices, almost like little leaves or delicate petals. They look very neat and elegant on the plate. In a moment, you will see exactly why we need these special cheese pieces and how they make our dish even more impressive. Now we will need a bowl where we can mix the breadcrumbs and the grated cheese together. My breadcrumbs already come with spices, so the base flavor is nice and aromatic from the start. Of course, you can add a little more seasoning if you like a stronger taste. In my case, there is already some oregano inside, which gives a warm and familiar aroma. But I like to add a bit of paprika as well, mainly for the beautiful color it brings. When everything is mixed, the coating looks brighter, richer, and much more appetizing.
Now I gently mix the breadcrumbs, making sure the cheese slices separate from each other and blend nicely with the spices. This step is important because we want every little piece to be light, airy, and evenly seasoned. When the mixture looks loose and fluffy, it is ready to work perfectly with our onion flowers. Next, I carefully coat both onions in this fragrant mixture, pressing softly so the crumbs and cheese stick to every petal. I take my time here because this is the final stage before baking, and the better we prepare them now, the more beautiful they will look later. Then I place the onions onto a paper liner for the air fryer and gently shape them again into a flower. Just look at them now, full, neat, and already very appetizing. This is the moment when all the effort starts to pay off. Honestly, I really like how my cooking turned out so far.
Now I send the onion flowers into the air fryer for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature helps them become golden, crispy, and full of flavor. While they are cooking, we have some time to prepare something fresh and very healthy, a beautiful avocado. I cut the avocado into 4 parts, carefully remove the pit with the knife, and then use a spoon to scoop out the soft green flesh. It comes out smooth and creamy, almost like natural butter. This fruit is not only tasty, but also very interesting from a scientific point of view. Did you know that avocado is technically a berry, not a vegetable? Yes, botanists classify it as a large berry with a single seed inside. Nature can be surprising sometimes. Avocado is also famous for its healthy fats, especially what scientists call monounsaturated fats. These fats are known to support the heart, help control cholesterol levels, and give long-lasting energy to the body. That is why many doctors and nutrition experts recommend adding avocado to regular meals, especially for people who want to eat balanced and feel strong throughout the day. There are actually many different types of avocado around the world. One of the most popular is the Hass avocado, which has dark, bumpy skin and a rich, nutty taste. Another variety is the Fuerte avocado, which is smoother and slightly lighter in flavor. Some countries even grow very large avocados that can weigh more than a kilogram. Imagine slicing one of those for your family. As I gently scoop out the flesh, you can see how soft and fresh it looks.
This creamy texture makes avocado perfect for sauces, spreads, and healthy snacks. In just a few minutes, we will turn it into a simple and delicious addition to our dish. Stay with me, because the kitchen is about to smell absolutely wonderful. And now I'm going to surprise you, because we are going to squeeze some fresh grapefruit juice for our sauce. You probably did not expect this ingredient, but trust me, the flavor combination is truly special. The light bitterness of grapefruit, together with its fresh citrus aroma, creates a bright and refreshing taste that balances the richness of the dish. For this recipe, I only need one juicy segment. I gently press it and let the natural juice flow into the bowl. You can already smell that wonderful citrus fragrance filling the kitchen. It feels clean, fresh, and slightly sweet at the same time. Many chefs love using grapefruit in sauces because it adds a lively character and makes the whole dish taste more interesting. Sometimes a small touch of citrus can completely change the final result. Just wait until you taste this. The aroma alone is already making me hungry. I also slice some fresh green onion and add it straight into our sauce. It brings a light, fresh flavor and a beautiful touch of color.
And the next ingredient we add to our sauce is a sweet, meaty red pepper. I take a fresh piece and start cutting it into small, neat cubes. This pepper is very juicy and full of natural sweetness, which makes the sauce brighter and more balanced in flavor. I like to chop it finely, so every spoonful of sauce has a little bit of color and a gentle crunch. You can already see how beautiful the mixture becomes when these red pieces fall into the bowl. The colors look fresh, lively, and very appetizing. Red pepper is also known for being rich in vitamins, especially vitamin C, which many people appreciate for supporting the immune system. So this small ingredient not only improves the taste, but also adds a healthy touch to our dish. Step by step, our sauce is becoming richer, fresher, and more inviting. Now our sauce is almost ready. All that is left is to add a little freshly ground black pepper and just a pinch of salt. These final touches help bring all the flavors together and make the taste more complete and balanced. I sprinkle the pepper gently over the mixture and add the salt, then start to stir everything carefully. You can see how all the ingredients blend into one smooth, colorful sauce. The aroma becomes richer with every movement of the spoon. It smells fresh, warm, and very inviting. Just take a look at what we have created here. This is not just a simple sauce. It already looks like a small masterpiece in the bowl. Bright colors, creamy texture, and a wonderful fragrance that fills the kitchen. Honestly, I feel proud of this result, and I can't wait to taste it together with our crispy onion flowers. And one more ingredient. I add 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. It makes the sauce smoother, creamier, and gives a gentle, fresh taste. Now the texture becomes perfectly balanced and very pleasant. And now, please give me a like for my effort today. I put my heart into this recipe, and your support really means a lot to me.